ever since last week when Jay-Z and Pusha T's name came up in the Epstein files. Now, it wasn't in the Epstein files. It was some type of anonymous call that called up to the FBI bureaus of investigations and left a report mentioning Jay-Z. He did all these bad things. Now, this came up after Weinstein was unalive, August 10th, 2019. The FBI has set up a phone service where you can call in to voice, to put in claims of things that happen to you. So this anonymous caller called up and said that Jay-Z did these bad things back in 1996, and then in 2007, Pusha T was allegedly supposed to have did some things. And the internet went crazy, and everybody was saying that their names popped up in the Epstein files, which wasn't true. Their names wasn't in the Epstein files. But when DJ Akademiks heard this, he went berserk, and he started calling out everybody he can think of, right? All the major podcasts, he went on to his channel and said this.
Predator. Hey, all y'all niggas who love comment on me, bro. Hey, everybody, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Hey, let me signal here. Hey, I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen, but I seen everybody role-playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. I'll let y'all rock with that, but I need all of y'all to keep the same energy and talk about this. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast. I need to... Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. If I watch the next Joe Budden podcast and y'all don't put this picture up and be like, yo, this look like a preteen boy with a grown-ass man and this shit was wrong, I know y'all biased. Wayno, I need you to talk about this one. Wayno, need you to talk about this one. Whack 100, everybody. The company, man. Oh, yeah. Elliot Wilson. Elliot. There's no more Drake news coming for you, brother. This is what you need to talk about. This don't look right, gang. Elliot, why does this picture look like this? I need you to talk about old man Hove. Like, why does picture look like this? What is this? And bro, she look like she middle school, gang. Hey, Ebro. I need you to talk about this one. Charlamagne, I know you got 200 million, but you need to use 200 million reasons to figure out why this picture, this ain't a good look.
Now, Charlamagne, he heard this, and he went on to the Breakfast Club, and in a very condescending fashion, he responded back to DJ Akademiks, and that Charlamagne, he's not going to really go out of his way to call out his Boule brothers, right? Especially these new guys that's been inducted into the Boule class, that upper echelon of foundational Black Americans that don't give a damn about the rest of the community, right? He's not going to go out of his way to call out his people, but he went on to the Breakfast Club and said this.
I don't understand why y'all are so quick to want to tear our own down without doing just a little bit of research. Okay, by the way, I saw way more headlines about Pusha T and Jay-Z than I did Eminem, but that's not surprising because we love tearing our own down. Even though when you're talking hip-hop, Eminem is one of us, okay? But I don't even like the headlines I saw of him, all right? Connecting Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Eminem to something like the Epstein files, come on, man. Okay, listen, for everyone who may not know, let me explain to you. Mentions of these artists didn't come from Epstein's personal records. They didn't come from reports supported by law enforcement. Okay, these stories came from a crisis intake report, a public hotline submission, a tip that some random person called in from 2019. They aren't backed by court findings, indictments, confirmed evidence. And if you actually read the stories, they just simply don't make any sense. Okay, what the hell would Jay-Z be doing with Harvey Weinstein and Attorney General William Barr in 1996? That was the year his first album came out. Do you really think Pusha T in 2007 was hanging around Harvey Weinstein and was one of the victim's handlers? In the Eminem story, the woman describes how she weighs 300 pounds. So a video of her would be easy to find. This is her words, not mine. By the way, anyone who actually took the time to read any of these stories would know that. Now, I don't have a problem with people reporting this. I just don't understand how y'all don't report this with proper context. All you outlets know that people don't read past headlines. So if you put Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem in the Epstein files, everybody is going to run with it. And I just be having to sit back and think, do we realize how much we are getting played, okay? Whenever the powers that be want to deflect from what they got going on, they will always throw meat to the blacks, okay?
Now, Akademiks wasn't satisfied with that. You know, he was just basically saying he's trying to run interference for Jay-Z, and he's being very protective of Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and his camp, right? So, and I would tend to agree with this. I think that all of them up there that's contracted in with the Diamond Society are contracted in to keep a certain narrative, right, about the community, and you know, just they're paid. They're not paid to fully embrace the black community or educate our people. They're paid. They're basically paid for entertainment, right? So Akademiks came back and he responded and said this.
There's a lot of people that's running what I call interference. And I love watching media run interference for powerful men. Because I always think, damn, what business deal they got coming up? You know, love Charlamagne, idol of mine. Let me remove the word idol because it feels like I idolize. Like, you know, well, idol. It is, right? Like, you know, I look up to Charlamagne. I've always done that. But I don't expect Charlamagne to have a neutral or even have a qualitative conversation about Jay-Z's past and Jay-Z's history in the music industry. Why? Charlamagne was also pretty much caught hand in the cookie jar in the casino saga where Jay-Z was trying to get a bid. Charlamagne showed up and gave riveting speeches about how the council members should vote to approve this because Jay-Z's vision is great and this and third. So there's some synergy and alignment there between not necessarily Rock Nation and Charlamagne, but the entities that are trying to push and put Jay-Z in a certain place and Charlamagne. Is that paid? I don't know. Maybe they're just good friends. Now, even though back in the day, there was a conversation that Jay-Z may have gotten Charlamagne fired from Philly radio after some criticisms. I don't know what's going on, though. I just want to have conversations.
Now, he said that he idolized Charlamagne, but he also called out Joe Budden's. Right, and him and Joe Budden's, they have a long history from their shows from years back. Right, they created history. You know, that's what they say. Right, and they went on to make millions of dollars and become big in this social media space. Right, made millions. And he was calling out Joe Budden's to speak on this, and he was just basically saying that they're not. So, you know, in Joe Budden's fashion, he was very, very condescending. He responded and said, you know, let's all go down to the Rock Nation building and let's protest, and we need to find out what's going on because these people, you know, he was just saying he was being disrespectful in a nice way. Because he don't want to go back and forth with DJ Akademiks online because they're supposed to be friends, right? But he responded by saying this.
Said we ran from it.
Which?
No, we took Pete Rock and Sales Moves head on.
Oh, okay, you're right.
And like, look, man, we not scared of the powerful up top, man. Yeah, we don't run from nobody.
That's
Listen,
right.
no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, my son. You get back?
Listen.
You gonna take us out of here, boy?
I ain't never been.
Let's see who got a dick
I ain't
now.
never been pussy. I ain't never ran. Never will. If you're listening out there, I want you to know I see some of the same exact things that you see. And I'm really, really disturbed by it all. So much so, I'm making a call to action right this second, yo. I need me and you guys out there to head down to the Rock Nation office. Seriously.
Word.
Yeah. At 5 p.m. this Saturday. 5 p.m. this Saturday.
Eastern time, y'all.
I think that along with you guys' help, we'll be able to get to the bottom of what that undercover anonymous hotline tip meant. And when we finish down there at Rock Nation, we're taking this bad boy down to Virginia. Pusha T's name was in that too on that phone call.
Yo.
And
the train being Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Harvey Weinstein.
In 96 too.
In 96.
Yo,
somebody pause. Can you believe that? Yo, Piggity, thank you. The white man said it. Bro. Harvey Weinstein and Pusha T.
That's a sick game.
Nah, 6. Piggity, tell him, Piggity.
Push was 18.
Probably 130 pounds.
If that.
Yo, you know, I can't. Yo, we can't.
Nah, for real, yo. Honestly, we have to get to the bottom of what was going on. That shit don't sit right in my soul and spirit. Some of these people we look up to, yo. This Saturday at 5 p.m. Meet me down there, and we're gonna really get to the bottom of what they
Somebody
meant
got
by
some
that.
explaining to do?
Yeah, we're gonna. Don't worry, y'all. We ain't running from that. We ain't running from that this weekend. Watch.
It's gonna look like it's gonna look like January 6th. But
Just to be clear for the audience's benefit, we're not laughing at the accusations.
Hold us down, boy.
They're saying that they're implausible, that they don't believe the accusations. I don't want people to later on be like they're laughing at somebody who was harmed.
No.
I don't want them to twist and
course
misrepresent what y'all. I know, but people misrepresent.
You're right.
Yeah, it's very important.
And my apologies.
This is why we need you here.
The joke.
This is why we
what
need
they're
you
laughing
here,
at is the
yo.
implausibility
That's right,
that at
bro.
that time
Fox is
in the
killing me, yo.
90s that Jay-Z would even be at the social status to even have access to those people, and Pusha T even more so. And was it 07 or whatever that he would have access to these social circles?
96, bro.
Yeah, it seems implausible.
Right? 96 or 06?
I think
No,
it said
96 was
96.
for Hov.
They gave one for him and another,
Pusha
and I
T
think it was 07 for Pusha
07.
T. So they were saying 2 different time periods, both of which seem implausible to a lot of people. It was an anonymous tip, and those papers are filled with that. I don't know what's true. They're gonna say we caping for Jay-Z. I'm not caping
in the
for
same
any-
light, some of the ones against other people who are revered from a different sector of the world, I don't really necessarily believe
Yeah, I don't know if Noam
that shit
Chomsky
either.
was in the train.
Now I know there's a lot of people that want to see the downfall of Jay-Z, this Rock Nation stuff, right? But I don't think that this is it. You know, every year there's something popping up with Jay-Z. Jay-Z did this, Jay-Z did that. Jay-Z is over there with them small hat people. Jay-Z is embezzling money. Jay-Z is doing this, right? But it's nothing seems to stick. And then Jay-Z is in with them people, so they're protecting them. Now, in regards to this topic right here, this not the other stuff, but this topic right here, this is nothing to me. These people can remain anonymous, so they can just say anybody. This could be anybody, and their job is to ruin your reputation first, right? Without no facts, no credible facts. Somebody could just call in, and when they did that, everybody ran and just said that he was in the Epstein files when he wasn't in the Epstein files. So we still got to tell the truth. If he wasn't in the Epstein files, then he wasn't. If he was, he was. But don't say he was and he wasn't, right? Like let's do this thing on truth. We can't, the very things that we accusing Jay-Z of, we can't become just in order to find something on him, right? If he's doing something wrong, make sure you can report it and it's all truth in there, right? That's all I'm saying. So, you know, there's a lot of people that don't like Jay-Z, and a lot of people have their reasons, and good reasons, right? There's a lot of accusations and speculations around Jay-Z of things that may come out, right? Going forward, but just dealing with this one topic, I don't agree with this. That situation with his son, it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on with Jay-Z behind the scenes, man. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.